So lefty Rich Hill makes his 249th Major League start, his 387th Major League appearance.
From MLB.com, this is the Morning Lineup Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Monty. Today is Wednesday, July 23rd. And if you're 45 years old, why aren't you pitching in the major leagues? What are you even doing with your life? Rich Hill made his debut for the Royals and did well. Unfortunately, he ran into certified ace Matthew Boyd. The Brewers finally lost, thanks to a big dumper. The Mets and Phillies may be separated by half a game for the rest of the season. And the Yankees finally took down the Blue Jays in Toronto. Let's get to it. What were you doing back in 2005? I was probably listening to Ponda Replay by Rihanna while paying to send flip phone texts to my high school girlfriend and updating my MySpace. Wedding Crashers had just come out in theaters. Royals rookie Jack Caglione was 1 year old, and his newest teammate, Rich Hill, was making his major league debut with the Cubs. 20 years later, on Tuesday night, 45-year-old Rich Hill was back atop the mound at Wrigley Field, pitching for the Royals against the Cubs, groaning and grunting his way through a start like any mid-40-year-old would.
And there is 45-year-old Rich Hill. He makes history tonight. He is officially the oldest player in Royals franchise history. He is also now pitching for his 14th different team. That ties Edwin Jackson's major league record. Back in the big leagues and beginning his 21st season. And that is called strike three. Tucker's down looking. First Royals strikeout for Rich Hill and strikeout 1,429.
Hill pitched well in his 2025 debut for his record-tying 14th team, giving up just 3 runs, 1 earned over 5 innings. He's the oldest pitcher in Royals history and the oldest in the majors to appear in a game as a pitcher since 2012, when 49-year-old Jamie Moyer did it for the Rockies. Unfortunately, KC made a couple errors behind him, and unfortunately, he was going up against buzzsaw Matthew Boyd.
Matthew Boyd, 34 years old, 5th in the majors in ERA. What a signing by Jed Hoyer and company.
Yeah, he's continued really to pitch at a high level all year long.
3-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 7 shutout innings for Matthew Boyd. The lefty has been sensational this year and again here tonight.
Boyd continued his Cy Young caliber 2025, giving up just 4 hits while striking out 6 over 7 scoreless innings. The Cubs got the 6-0 win, and Boyd is now 11-3 on the season with a minuscule 2.20 ERA. That win total is good for second in the league, while the ERA mark is behind just the incomparable Paul Skeens. Nico Horner had 2 hits, 2 steals, and an RBI, while Matt Shaw added 2 hits and an RBI. I would like to leave you with one fun highlight. 40-year-old Justin Turner stealing third base off 45-year-old Rich Hill. The first time there's been a 40-on-40 steal since 2007, when Craig Biggio did it against David Wells. Please enjoy.
The runners go, the pitch. Double steal on a slow curve. A double steal, what a surprise. With Justin Turner at second and Matt Shaw at first, a double steal, and Rich Hill is kind of disgusted at that run.
Now the 40-year-old took advantage of the 45-year-old. How about that?
That's right.
The Brewers had come out of nowhere the last few weeks, winning 11 in a row and becoming the first NL team to 60 wins on the season. They even jumped ahead of the Cubs by a game in the NL Central. And on Tuesday, they had The Miz coming to the mound. Nobody beats The Miz.
Jacob Mizorowski making start number 6 and his first appearance on the mound since he threw that scoreless inning in the All-Star game.
The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Kept the fastball out away from Arozarena. It was 100 miles an hour, and just like Raleigh before him, he could not touch it.
Jacob Mizorowski struck out 7 over 3 3/3 innings, but then he was out of the game at 64 pitches. Still, Brewers pitchers kept holding the Mariners scoreless until, in the bottom of the 6th, the big dumper.
Out to right field. Driven back. Flying out of here.
Cal Raleigh's league-leading 39th homer of the year. He now has 139 homers in his first 5 seasons, tied with Ken Griffey Jr. for most in the Mariners' first 5 years. The dumper had some help in the guy pitching to him from the mound, too. A dumpy buddy, if you will. Does that sound okay? Logan Gilbert.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Here it comes to Contreras. He struck him out. A double-digit strikeout night for Logan Gilbert. He matches his season high. You are about to hear a thunderous ovation
for Logan Gilbert. One of his very best this year, pitching into the 7th, 10 strikeouts and keeping the Brewers off the board so far.
Gilbert tossed 6 1/3 scoreless innings, giving up just 2 hits while striking out 10. Gilbert is the 3rd fastest pitcher in Mariners history by games played to reach 800 career strikeouts, doing so in 134. The M's won the game 1-0. And now, with the Cubs win, the Brewers are back in second place by just 1 game in the NL Central. Coming up, that NL East is looking tighter by the day. Can you handle it? I can't handle it. That's after the break. The Phillies and Mets came into Tuesday night with just a half game separating the two NL East foes. Phils in first, Mets in second. Christopher Sanchez was on the mound for the Phillies against the Red Sox, and well, he really likes being in first place.
Swing and a miss, he got him! A dozen strikeouts! And a complete game for Christopher Sanchez, the 3rd of his career.
Christopher Sanchez threw his 3rd career complete game, dominating the Red Sox with 12 strikeouts over 9 innings, while giving up just 4 hits in a 4-1 win. It's the Phillies' 6th complete game since 2024. No other team has more than 3 in that span. Kyle Schwarber also continued his hot hitting, delivering his 33rd Schwar bomb of the season. Hoagie power.
Fly ball center field. That's well hit. Rafael is going back toward the bullpen. Gone! Home run, Kyle Schwarber.
He has the 3rd most home runs since 2022. Only Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani have more. And the Mets? Well, Francisco Lindor has been struggling. Pete Alonso has been struggling. Juan Soto has been struggling. But fortunately, it seems like after a minor league stint, Francisco Alvarez is back.
And Alvarez clocks one deep left field. Ward goes back at the wall. It's out of here! Francisco Alvarez ties the game with a 2-run homer.
Alvarez's 2-run home run tied the game at 2 in the 5th before Brandon Nimmo knocked in another run on a single to give the Mets a 3-2 lead they would not relinquish. Frankie Montas gave up just 2 runs over 5 2/3 innings, striking out 6. So yes, the 2 top teams in the NL East remain separated by just a half a game, tighter than a tap dancer tap dancing on a tightrope. Somebody should try that. Not you, but somebody. Elsewhere around the league,
high fly ball, right field and deep. Luke is back on the track. See ya! A huge home run for Ben Rice as the Yankees take a 5-4 lead.
The Yankees ended the Blue Jays' 11-game home winning streak, just squeaking out a 5-4 win. The Yanks built a 4-1 lead, but allowed the Jays to tie things up at 4 in the 6th. George Springer, who else, had the RBI double to tie it. But then the pride of Dartmouth and Cohasset, Massachusetts, Ben Rice, slugged his 15th dinger of the year in the 9th to give the Yanks the lead for good. They're now 3 games back of the Jays for first place in the AL East. We've talked about Jacob Mizrowski, but don't you dare forget about Jacob deGrom.
And a swing and a miss here on a deGrom heater. Rooker is out on strikes. 9 strikeouts now for deGrom.
deGrom continued his 2025 I'm Still Jacob deGrom tour, striking out 9 Athletics, giving up just 1 run over 6 innings in a 6-2 win. Shohei Ohtani hit a home run in his 4th straight game. He now has 36 on the year, but the Dodgers lost 10-7 to the Twins. The Giants broke out of their funk, dominating the Braves 9-0. Wilmer Flores hit his 12th homer with 4 RBIs. Casey Schmidt hit his 5th, and Landon Roop pitched 5 scoreless innings. Jose Ramirez hit his 21st homer and stole his 30th base, making him just the 8th player in franchise history with at least 3 such seasons of 30 bags stolen, helping the Guardians beat the Orioles 6-3. Cleveland is back to 500. Look out AL Central. Edward Cabrera threw 5 2/3 innings of 1-run ball to help the Marlins top the Padres 4-3. The Astros turned a huge double play to get out of a 0-outs, bases loaded jam in the 9th to get a 3-1 win in Arizona. For any other scores and highlights, head on over to MLB.com. That's all for today's morning lineup. Mandy Bell will be back with you tomorrow. A fun game to watch tonight? Yankees Blue Jays rubber match at 7:07 Eastern on Amazon Prime. Chris Bassett versus Max Fried. Can the Yanks get to 2 games within first? Can the Jays get back to 4 games up? I don't know. Ask your mom. Or just watch the game. As always, please don't forget to leave us a rating and review, share this podcast with the baseball lovers in your life, and enjoy all the games today.